Hello and welcome to my channel, Lena Lux. Today I'm going to be providing you with messages for this upcoming new moon in Scorpio on November 2018. So I picked these erasers for you to pick from. They're different colors, and the inspiration behind picking the erasers was when I think about this upcoming new moon, I think about how a lot of us will be revisiting the past and where things from our past might be resurfacing, or where we're really needing to go deep within in order to analyze things that no longer are working for us, or that in some way need our attention in order for us to be able to move forward. And I don't mean so much of just like erasing our past, but erasing our past through going within and seeing what it is within us that no longer serves, and in that forgiving ourselves and others for whatever may have happened, in order for us to move forward without dragging behind with us all the sorrows of the past. So most importantly, I think really the big key comes in with forgiving ourselves, because a lot of us are very hard on ourselves for allowing ourselves to get into certain situations, or for believing or thinking that something was when it wasn't. So there is a call for gentleness with ourselves and with others with this new moon. So that's kind of why I went with the erasers. They just kind of called to me. But it's not like, it's not about us pretending like something didn't happen, or ignoring by erasing. This is erasing through reflection, through self-analyzing and analyzing the situation. This is like dissecting the crap out of this thing in order to be able to be like, okay, this is something that we leave. So we have this green eraser, and we have a blue eraser. That's option 2. And option 3 is a pink eraser. So we have option 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment to decide which one calls you, or more than one. And we shall start with 1. Let's see, what are the messages that are coming for those of us who picked option number 1 for this upcoming new moon? What messages does the universe want to convey to us? How can we make the most of these new moon energy? This new moon energy in Scorpio. Okay. Okay, for those of us who have chosen option number 1, there is... Okay, so I'm seeing different scenarios playing out. The first scenario that I'm seeing playing out is there being some kind of dealing with the aftermath. I don't know if you can see these cards. Hold on. Let me bring them down a little bit so you can see with me. Okay, I tried. It's dealing with the aftermath of some argument or some kind of disagreement. It's, for some, I'm seeing this is with family or with co-workers or at work, where there's this energy of conflict or not seeing eye to eye, and this has put a damper on your self-esteem, on how you view yourself, on how you see yourself in the world, and what you're capable of. Is almost like, in a way, has stopped you from going after the things that you want to, because these disagreements have really lowered your self-esteem, lowered the way that you view yourself, and have lowered your belief in the capabilities of what that you have of actually being of service to others. And when I say being of service to others, I'm saying this could play out in so many scenarios. This could be of what it is that you have to give to others when it comes to like love, how you view yourself in love relationships. Maybe you feel as if you're too broken, or that you're not able to really have a healthy relationship. In work, this can be that you're not pursuing your dreams because you don't really feel like you have something unique to give or to input into the world. And or this can also be you not wanting to express your gifts or your talents because you feel that they're not enough. But what we're here to tell you is that you are unique, and it is your uniqueness that's going to set you apart, is what is appreciated by others, is what's appreciated by others in love, is what's appreciated by others in your art and the way that you express yourself. That's what people are drawn to, and that's what people appreciate. So there's no need to, well, let's not say there's no need, but the reminder is that even though in the past, or maybe in the recent past, there has been people who have circumstances or things that have happened with other people that have made you believe that you're less than, or that you're not able to, or that you don't fit the mold, know that it's not fitting the mold that's going to help you achieve the things that you want, because you are here to be you. So what we're seeing is that we're in this new moon, we're dealing with how we view ourselves, and what we believe we have to offer to the world and to others. For some, you may have had like a recent argument with somebody and you're mulling that over. For others, it may be even failures that you recently had, whether it's like not getting a job that you wanted, or a relationship not working out, or a recent breakup. What we're here to tell you is that, you know, there is this need to go in and explore this feeling. Go in and to explore this feeling of inadequacy. Really, is the energy that we're getting. And it's not so much of just like saying a mantra, I am great, I am beautiful, I am loving, and I'm open to love. You know, that doesn't always work. You know, it works sometimes, but that's not what's going to work in this energy. And this energy is going to be going, you know, sitting there and actually being like, why don't I love myself? Why do I believe I'm not good enough? Why do I believe that I'm broken beyond repair? And then asking more and more questions based on that. Let me give you an example. For instance, why don't I have love? I don't have love because I'm broken. Why am I broken? I'm broken because in my childhood I went through X, Y, and Z. How did X, Y, and Z contribute to how I feel now? How does that make me feel? How can I change that now? Is this true, what I believe, based on what happened in the past, and like that, and just like really going in and dissecting the situation. So the message here for those of you who picked number 1 is to be gentle with yourself. To be gentle with yourself and know that you have a very unique gift to offer the world, that your unique gift is you. The unique gift that you have for the world is just being yourself. And there's, you know, no need to do this or that or the other in order to be you. I'm trying to remember this like cute saying, or like this picture with, you know, like these cute things that they have on Facebook. It was like, you know, a zebra doesn't have to take a shower in order to be a shower. He just wakes up and is a zebra, right? So something along those lines, that you really don't need to like force yourself to be anything other than yourself, because you already just are, and that's the gift you have for the world, and that's what's going to help you align with those things that your heart truly desires, with those things that you really want and that you dream of, because those things are there because you are capable of obtaining them. Otherwise they wouldn't be there. Okay, let me pull out one other card, just like a takeaway. Let's give one last message for those of us who picked option number 1 for this new moon. What advice can we give? How can we deal with this energy better? Okay, yeah, it came out reverse, but I choose to have it like this. The messages, right, that allow yourself to be alone if you need to have some alone time to cry. Don't believe that crying is weakness. Don't believe that facing, you know, feeling your emotions is weakness. You know, it takes a lot of strength to actually feel how we're feeling. So the message here is to give yourself the opportunity, give yourself the time to be with your emotions and to cry if you need to. And this means that you're missing out on opportunities. Like, really, there's no missed opportunities. What's most important is that you are feeling well. So if you are not feeling like going out, then do honor this. There's going to be a situation that really breaks away at this shell, this hard wall that you have built. And to be honest, this could be something that feels very earth-shattering, like the rug is pulled out from underneath you. But know that, like the Scorpion energy, this is just a very cathartic experience, that once you get through it, once you pass through it, you're going to see the gift. You're going to feel so much more open to the possibilities and to all the things that the universe has to offer for you. Okay, so that was for those of us who picked option number 1. So let's go with option number 2, which I believe it was the ones that picked the blue one. I believe it was blue, but if not, just go with the colors. Because I can't remember if pink was second or third. Either way, we're going with those of you who picked the blue eraser. So what messages we have for those of us who picked option number 3? This card really want to come out. What messages do we have for those who picked option with the blue eraser for this upcoming new moon in Scorpio for November 2018? Okay, fine. You wanna come out? I'll come out. Whoa, option number 2. So, okay, let's pull it down a little so you can see the cards. It's hard to get this glare away. Okay, anyway, let's keep it like that. For those of us who picked option number 2, or blue eraser, what we're seeing here is it very much so seems love related. I mean, I'll be darned if it's not. There's somebody else involved in this, some kind of love interest, or yeah, it's like a love interest or a partner involved. Is very love focused, this. And what we're seeing is a need to decide whether we want to share with another person. And this is coming into question. It seems as if this is something that has already been previously like established, that yes, this is the person that I want to share with, this is the person that I want to be with, and then all of a sudden this new moon comes around and you're like questioning everything. There's a lot of doubt, and some of this doubt that's occurring is due to there being a hyper focus more on the things that set you apart, and it's almost being seen as like incompatibility. And not only that, I think that also for some others it may be that this person is not what we had imagined. It's not what we had imagined for ourselves. It's not what we've believed we wanted, right? Or that we needed. So now we're like looking at it like, is this even it? Because it's nothing the way that I had thought it to be. And really what we're being asked to is to be open to allowing the universe to guide us as to what it is that we need. Because many times we think we know what it is that we need or what's going to make us happiest, and not necessarily. And you know, we do have good intentions, we want the best for ourselves, so we start creating this criteria of what it is that we want because we believe it's going to bring us the most joy. So this is what's going on. We're having doubts because we are seeing incompatibilities, or we're feeling uncertain. But to be honest with you, this seems like it's going to be like something that happens very briefly, right? It's going to be something that's brief, that's not long lasting. And if it is to happen, or if there is like a breakup, it's not before the end of the month. You guys will be back together. For those of you who don't have like a love interest, this is also that message of, you know, trusting in the universe, and trusting that what we are receiving is actually what we need. And sometimes it's a little disheartening because not all the time when we do receive something in our life is something that is going to be permanent, right? Sometimes things are like setting us up for the next, for what it really is that's for us, right? So there is this fear, and there is this like not wanting to waste my time, or not wanting to like do some, you know, waste my time with something that's not gonna last. What we're being encouraged to is to engage with whatever it is that's going on for us right now. Whether it is that, you know, for instance, you wanted I'm just gonna make this up. Let's say for instance you wanted a doctor as a spouse, or as, you know, somebody who you're dating, and instead you get a physician assistant, then you know, and just go with it, roll with it, you know. explore why it is that this person is here and why they were brought to you. And I will tell you the truth, from what I'm seeing, this is what you need. This relationship is what you need. And you are going to have moments where you doubt, and you are going to have moments where you're like, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I doing this? But know that, you know, love is just not like the movies, and there are going to be hardships, but this is a union that is blessed. And also, for those of you who like have some kind of small quarrel, I see that shortly after there's like makeup, even like some kind of makeup being done in bed. So that's what I'm saying. But this is a very passionate union, and because it's such a passionate union, is one that really creates you know, the same way that you love fiercely, like when you fight, you're really fighting. So there's patience involved with this, but this seems like something that's really blessed. If anything, really, this is like not even a bad message at all. For those of you who picked number 1, I think you're gonna really luck out. You might get a little like stuck in thinking, oh, this is such a mess, this is doomed, this is never gonna work out, I'm never gonna find love. For those of you who are single, yeah, I'm sorry for those of you who don't have anybody going on, but this is like a total love message in my view. And for those of you who are in a relationship or have somebody around, this is, you know, this whole questioning of, when am I going to find somebody? Am I ever going to find somebody? And opening yourself to what it is that is brought to you, because we're seeing that you may be a little quick to dismiss just anyone if they don't fit the bill as you have set it. So let's see what other message. So what advice do we have for those who picked blue eraser to better deal with these energies of the new moon? Okay, so yeah, the message here comes again strongly to not conform, and not to conform even to what it is that you have set up for yourself, to the list that you have set up, to the things that you thought had to be in order for it to create the kind of platform that you will feel joyous in. This is actually like, you know, doing something that you usually wouldn't do. Maybe you usually wouldn't go out with, let's say, a coworker. Go out with the coworker and see what happens. This is a message to allow yourself to do something that you usually wouldn't do, to take that risk and know that chances are you're going to be so very well compensated, rewarded. I mean, yeah, you know, bad things happen to all of us. Things don't always turn out perfectly how we want, and it may be that you may have a little hiccup, but ultimately it's going to be something that will be rewarding and that can have lasting roots. Okay, so that was for those who picked option number 2. Now let's do option, well, pink eraser, let's call it option pink eraser. So what messages do we have for those who picked pink eraser for this upcoming new moon in Scorpio for November 2018? Okay. Okay, so for those of us who picked option pink eraser, option pink eraser, what we are seeing is that those of us who pick up Pinky Racer, we're having a hard time seeing the light in the situation. We are subdued, emerged, drowned, and whatever darkness, whatever we might consider darkness, whether it may be anger, resentment, jealousy, sadness, grief, you name it, it's happening. Lack of faith. This is what we're feeling in the moment. We are having a hard time in seeing the positive in anything, and many of us really just want to call it quits. We don't even want to be here anymore, right? And even though we may say that we don't want to be here anymore, that we don't want to do this, I'm seeing that there's still a light. There's still this quiet voice within us which says, this is not it. This is not it for you. We are now ready to go, and we know, I know, like I as in myself, know that things are going to get better. And I still have a lot to offer to the world, and the world still has a lot to offer to me. So even in this darkness, and you're going to feel low, and I mean low, before you start feeling better. Even in this, there is this spark, there is this hope of things turning around. There's still that light within you that says that things will be turning around. And you know why that is? That feeling is there. Even in your sadness, is because there is a lot of positivity brewing. There's a lot of blessings here for you, even though right now you're not able to see it, even though right now it's like it feels so far away, so far-fetched. This is what's for you. There's a lot of blessing, there's a lot of inspiration, and a newness to how we view our lives and how we view what is coming forward for us. I'm seeing that for many of you, this is further facilitated, or this light is brought upon more by somebody else, or somebody who's looking after you. I'm getting that for some, this is like spirit guides, or some kind of ancestral spirit that's coming forward and it's like offering you, or shows you, you know, or offers you some kind of like words of empowerment, or an event or something that happens that lifts you up, and that shows you that you are being cared for, and that you're being supported, that you've really never been alone. Or this can actually be like a person who's taking almost like a nurturing energy towards you. Could it be an older sibling, a mother, or even a significant other who's like showing you, who's offering you something, who's saying, you know, I know you're down, and I know that you're not able to see things through yet, but it's going to be okay, and that new times are to come. And I think it's going to be this sweet gesture that comes along, that's going to remind you of that power within, of that power that you have within yourself to redirect the way your life is going. And your power is in your perspective, in how it is that you choose to write the story of your past. And I mean, sure, it's so easy to say, right? So easy to say, you know, that we can rewrite our past, but really this cannot be done until we've really delved into our story, really honored and allowed ourselves to feel whatever it is that we feel about the situations, whether it's anger, resentment, you know. And this is kind of like what you're going through, and I think it's going to be further ignited during the new moon, but shortly after, you know, there's going to be something, some gesture that the universe provides you through via a guide or a person who in your life who renews, that kind of renews your faith, that kind of renews your ability to view things in a different light, in which you actually do feel supported, and in which you actually feel not alone in this world as you go about life, right? Because we all go through, you know, pains and sorrows and happiness, and you're not going to, and you know, honestly, really, we never go through it alone. We may feel like we are, but we're not. And I think this is new moon is going to confirm to you that you're not alone in this world, and that you're going to be okay, and that however you want to rewrite your future, that you have the power, and that you're going to be able to, with the support of others. So let's see what other messages we can give for pink erasers to better help with this energy. And I just kind of like really want to reiterate that even though this, like, you know, you're facing a lot of darkness right now, it's not that there is no light in your life. It's just something that's below the surface right now, but soon will make itself more present for you. Okay, so let's see, what message do we have or advice for pink eraser to better deal with the new moon energies, Scorpio, November 2018. Okay, so I think the advice here is to put aside a little bit of what's right or wrong, right? And this could either go with what's right or wrong in how you feel about a situation, of what's appropriate thing that you should be feeling. Like, let's say perhaps somebody died and you only cried once and you feel horrible about that, or any situation where you're debating about whether how you feel is right or wrong. We're being implored here to put away this notion of right or wrong, because right or wrong is relative.